Hello students of class 6. Today let us continue the lesson Odysseus and the bag of winds. Okay. So last class what did we see? That the king of Aeolia was telling Odysseus that Zeus and Poseidon had a quarrel. Okay. And to punish Poseidon, Zeus had given the king of Aeolia wind, the bag of winds. Okay. To keep for 5 days. Okay. This the king of Aeolia was telling whom? Was telling Odysseus, isn't it? Today let us continue with the chapter and see what happens next. So let us come to the slideshow. Today's date is the 27th. So he said that, but before I give Poseidon back the winds, why don't I lend them to you, my dear Odysseus? So the king of Aeolia is telling Odysseus this, that before he gives Poseidon back the winds, why don't the king of Aeolia lend them to Odysseus? Okay. I shall set just one free, the soft westerly breeze that will carry you home to Ithaca. Okay. If you keep all the rest safely tied up in the bag, they can't hold you back or endanger you with storms and rough seas. So, the king of Aeolia is telling that if I give you the winds, if you set one wind free, one soft westerly breeze, then you can go back to your home easily to Ithaca. Okay. And the rest you keep tied up in the bag. It will not harm you. It will not cause any storms or rough seas if you only leave one wind, and that one soft westerly breeze will take you back home, and the rest of it you keep it locked up in the bag. Okay. So up on the roof he opened the bag a little and thrust in his arm right up to the elbow. His clothes billowed. He was almost lifted off the floor. But at last he pulled out a white rag of a thing, a corner of a westerly breeze. 2 servants pulled the 7 cords to shut the bag again. So up on the roof, what happened? He opened the bag a little and thrust in his arm right up to the elbow. Okay. His clothes billowed. Billowed meaning filled with air and swelled out. Okay. He was almost lifted off the floor. Okay. So, one wind was taken out. Okay. But at last he pulled out a white rag of a thing, a corner of a westerly breeze. So, one wind was taken out. And then the 2 servants pulled the 7 cords fast to shut the bag so that no other wind can come out. Only one wind was taken out. Okay. Go with my blessings, Odysseus, and with a full sail. Okay. So, the king gave the blessing to Odysseus that one wind I have given you. Now you go with a full sail and reach happily to your home. Okay. He said no need to row, only to keep a straight tiller and watch out for the shores of your homeland. So, he said that keep a straight tiller. No need to row. You know, the breeze is enough. You don't need to row. Keep a straight tiller and only watch out for your shores of your homeland. When your shores come, then watch out for your shores of your homeland. Okay. What is the meaning of tiller? A bar that is used to stir a boat. Okay. So, the bar that is used to stir a boat, they did not need to use that. They did not need to row. Okay, the breeze was enough to take them to the homeland. Okay. Odysseus was lowered down with the bag into his own ship. Okay, then Odysseus was lowered down with the bag of winds into his own ship, where he found his men struggling to raise the sails and catch the favorable breezes. Okay, he found that his men, they were struggling, okay, to raise the sails and to catch favorable breezes. Favorable meaning helpful and convenient breezes. Then he told his men, no hurry men, there's plenty to carry us all the way home. Stand away from the tiller. I mean to stir this little fleet of ours all the way into the harbour home. What's in the bag, Captain? So his men were trying to, find favorable breeze to reach their homeland. So, but when he came, okay, he told Odysseus when he came, he told his men that there's plenty of breeze to carry them home. Stand away from the tiller, okay? Okay. I mean to stir this little fleet of ours all the way into the harbour home. So he's like, don't worry. We will go right to our home. You don't need to worry. Okay. What's in the bag, Captain? Now they are asking him that what's in the bag. Captain over here is Odysseus. So his men are asking him that what is in the bag. Let us see next. Treasure, declared Odysseus delightedly. The best present any host could have given to a weary traveller. Nobody touch it, you hear? And foolishly, that was all he said. So he told his men that in the bag treasure was there. The best present any host could have ever given a traveller, weary traveller, okay? And he told his men that nobody touch it. And foolishly, that was all he said. He told them that it's treasure and he told them that nobody should touch it. Odysseus stood at the tiller with one foot resting on the wrinkling bag of winds. Okay, so he stood at the tiller and his one foot was resting on the wriggling bag of winds. Okay, so Odysseus stood at the tiller with one foot resting on the wriggling bag of winds. Wriggling meaning moving. Okay, moving bag of winds. And looked into the distance, thinking of his wife and his little son and his 3-island home. So he had his foot on the bag of winds and he was looking into a distance and he was thinking of his wife, his little son and his 3-island home. The royal family of Aeolia waved from the parapets of their brass home. Soon Aeolia was nothing but a flash too bright for the eye away on the distant horizon. So the royal family of Aeolia waved from the parapets. Parapets meaning low walls along the edges of roofs. Okay. So from the parapets, the royal family of Aeolia waved goodbye, okay, to Odysseus and all. And soon Aeolia could not be seen, okay. It was far away in the distant horizon. What is it, do you suppose? Whispered Eurylochus. Okay, Eurylochus. Whispered Eurylochus to the man beside him. Okay, so Eurylochus may be one of the men of Odysseus. Okay, so he is saying, what is it, do you suppose? He is asking another man. Okay, whispered Eurylochus to the man beside him. There was a man beside him. Eurylochus, one of Odysseus' men, is asking another man, what is it, do you suppose? What are they talking about over here? They are talking about the bag of winds. Okay, they think it is treasure because Odysseus has told them that it is treasure. Okay, so Eurylochus is asking the man, what do you think is inside it? You know? The man shrugged. Shrugged meaning like, I don't know. Like, moving his shoulders saying that he does not know. Then he said it was treasure and we are not to lay hands on it. Okay. Is this how a king shares his winnings? No wonder he left us down in the ships while he went up into the brass palace. The king must have given him some gold or jewels or some such thing which he is keeping for himself. 10 years we fought alongside him and this is how he repays us. Look at him. He won't take his foot off that sack. Again the man beside Eurylochus shrugged. Then resting his forehead on his arms went to sleep across his oar. So these two men are talking, okay, and Eurylochus is telling that, this is how he treats us. He is telling us it is some treasure and he is keeping all for himself. You know, the king must have given gold and jewels and all, and he is keeping only for himself. We have fought with him for 10 years and this is how he repays us. You know, so, you know, and he won't even take out his foot. Odysseus has his foot now on the sack. So he won't even take out his foot from the sack. He's sleeping next to it. You know, he's standing next to it. Okay, sorry, not sleeping. He's standing next to it. He won't take his foot off that sack. So I've told you now earlier, Odysseus has his foot on the bag of winds. So Eurylochus is saying that God knows what is in it. He won't even take his foot off the sack. And he's not even sharing it with us. This is how he repays us. So again the man beside Eurylochus shrugged. Okay, again he showed like an attitude which he does not care much. Okay, the other man is not caring much, but Eurylochus is really anxious and really curious. Okay, so the man beside Eurylochus shrugged, then resting his forehead on his arms went to sleep across his oar. So the other man, resting his forehead on his arms, he went to sleep across his oar. But for 10 days and nights, Eurylochus kept wondering, asking his unanswerable questions to the men around him. So this Eurylochus was very anxious, very curious, and he was asking everyone, okay, all the men around him. He did not dare to ask Odysseus directly. Okay, he did not dare to ask Odysseus directly. He was asking all the other men, and he was very anxious to know, okay, what was inside. There was a better way to find out the truth. He had only to wait and Odysseus would fall asleep. So he had a better way to find out the truth, and that was that Eurylochus had to wait and Odysseus would fall asleep. He had to wait till Odysseus would fall asleep. Then only he could know what is inside the bag. Okay, he was very curious to know, and so he was waiting so that Odysseus would fall asleep. Only when Odysseus would sleep would he know what is in the bag. So we will do this much only today, students. I hope this much is clear to you. Let us come to the word meanings for today. Some difficult word meanings are given to you. Learn it well and write it in your English literature copy. Billowed, filled with air and swelled out. Tiller, a bar that is used to steer a boat. Favorable, helpful and convenient. Parapets, low walls along the edges of roofs. Okay. Okay students, thank you. This is all we will do today. Please learn whatever I have taught you nicely today. We will continue with the chapter in the next class. Word meanings, do it in your English literature copy and learn it well. Thank you students and God bless.